So I went back and I watched some more of the press conferences because that's how I like to pass my time. I was watching Brandon Graham. I was watching more of Miles Sanders. I was watching some of these other guys that spoke yesterday. Harris was another one that addressed the media. And it was interesting. Brandon Graham talked about how sleepy everyone on the team was after the full week, including the preseason game. I know the jokes are there for, they were sleeping through that preseason game anyway. But apparently they were worn out. And Brandon Graham, of course, did not play against the Patriots, but they were worn out after their joint practice schedule with the New England Patriots. So now they're going to go have another week of joint practices, this time in North Jersey, before they kick off Friday in their preseason game against the New York Jets. So now we got another week of basically some sleepy Eagles play. The one guy I'm really looking forward to following throughout this week and culminating on Friday, really everything coming to a big push on Friday, is Jalen Hurts and how Jalen Hurts is going to look throughout this week. After missing the preseason game, after having his stomach issues, I want to see how he bounces back this week and hopefully once again takes the reins that we saw him take in preseason game number 1. And one of the things I'm going to get into in my conversation with Hugh Douglas today is Jalen Hurts missing what will be exactly a month. I was talking about it yesterday, missing almost a month. It's going to be exactly a month between snaps in a game for Jalen Hurts if he does not play on Friday. Now, I'm not expecting him to play a whole quarter, a whole half, whatever it might be. I would just like to see, like I said yesterday, see him get a couple of snaps here and there, maybe 2 series, 3 series, whatever it might be, just to get his feet a little bit more wet before the regular season starts, because I very much rather not having a month layoff between live in-game action for your starting quarterback, especially one that's going into his first season ever as your number 1 guy. That's just where I'm at with that, especially when it comes to building that chemistry, as I highlighted so many times over yesterday, with your wide receivers, with your offensive line. And here's the thing that you really got to keep in mind with Jalen Hurts and the way he plays. I've talked to enough offensive linemen over the years and this is, the reason I talk to so many about it, because I still can't believe it. You always think having a guy that's mobile and can scramble and can create almost makes the job easier for an offensive lineman, because they're not going to be racking up sacks on a guy who is eluding tacklers left and right, like a guy like Jalen Hurts can do. But it actually makes sometimes things a lot more difficult for an offensive lineman, because if you have a prototypical pocket passer, and Carson Wentz I would not even call a prototypical pocket passer, but when you have a quarterback that's a little bit more athletic, a little bit more faster, quicker, and all that stuff, more agile, like a guy like Jalen Hurts is, it sometimes hurts you as an offensive lineman because you don't know where that quarterback is going to be. Prototypical pocket passer, you know the area you have to block on the field to keep the defensive lineman away, or the blitzing linebacker or defensive back, whoever it might be, trying to get after the quarterback. You kind of know your area to block because you know where your quarterback is. If Jalen Hurts starts to default a little too much, like he did last year with not knowing a play, having to buy more time, if he starts to default to his legs or buying time or creating time, whatever you want to call it, then sometimes an offensive lineman isn't going to know where he's going to be on the field. If you help at least give them a little bit more experience with Jalen Hurts playing behind the starting offensive line, that can only help you going into the regular season. Give him a couple of snaps, give him a couple series, see how it goes, and then call it. But as long as he gets his feet a little bit more submerged underwater before the season starts, I'm fine with that. And as I said yesterday, and I'll say it again, as long as you have your offensive linemen in there, at least a couple of them to help protect them, that make me feel a little bit better. So that's where I'm at on that. But it was an exhausting week of practice by all accounts, and we'll see how this week goes up against the New York Jets.